Well, the F-22 will bring three essential capabilities to the future battlefield that will allow us to be dominant as a nation. One, of course, is stealth.
The Air Force already has stealth, but not in a fighter. One is a long-range bomber, the B-2, and the other is the F-117 Nighthawk. Despite its F designation, the Nighthawk would never survive a dogfight. Its only job is night attack. The Air Force's mighty F-15 Eagle has the speed and agility to match the best the world has to offer, but it stands out on radar screens. The F-22 achieves stealth without compromising speed or agility. Much of its technology is a closely guarded secret. But even to the layman, certain design features are obvious. All of the leading edges, seen here on the engine intake, then the wings, and finally the tail, sweep back at exactly the same angle. The F-22 won't hang missiles off the wing. Everything will be tucked neatly away until it's time to shoot. One of the most reflective parts of any fighter is the spinning blades of its jet engine. On the F-22, the engine is hidden behind the curvature of the intake. A simple, stealthy answer.
The F-22 will allow us to dominate the battlefield 24 hours a day because it will have F-15-like maneuverability and F-117-like stealth. So putting those two together is a revolutionary development.
The F-22 has been a long time coming. As far back as 1981, the U.S. Air Force laid out a requirement for a new fighter to replace the F-15. By 1987, the Lockheed team settled on a shape, and the prototype YF-22 was born. On September 29, 1990, test pilot Dave Ferguson taxied down the runway in Palmdale, California. In 3 years, aircraft designers had taken a quantum leap forward. They had built an airplane with the speed and moves of a fighter, but virtually invisible to radar. It would be able to fly beyond the speed of sound for prolonged periods of time, and if needed, push beyond Mach 2. The YF-22 was one of the greatest aeronautical achievements in history. But there was little time to celebrate. The first flight would be to nearby Edwards Air Force Base, where the YF-22's competitor awaited its arrival. The Air Force was preparing a showdown. Sitting in an open hangar at Edwards, the Northrop YF-23 sat poised for battle. At first glance, the YF-23 looks like no other fighter. Its wide-set tail fins and humped fuselage add to its unusual appearance. But like its competitor, the YF-23 was designed for stealth. It had no right angles, and the engines were hidden within the contours of the intake. Capable of flying beyond twice the speed of sound, it was a worthy opponent to the YF-22. The stage was set for a showdown between the two most advanced fighters ever built. The stakes were immense. The winner would emerge as the air superiority fighter of the 21st century. The loser would leave empty-handed. High above the Mojave Desert, the two fighters flexed their muscles. Speeds approached Mach 2, and maneuvers seemed to defy gravity. Pilots fired a range of missiles, pulled high G-turns, and tapped fuel from aerial tankers. The results of the competition remain classified, but it's clear that the two fighters were well matched. The Air Force faced a difficult decision. The YF-23 was the faster of the two aircraft, and it had the stealth that the Air Force was looking for. But it was the YF-22 which captured the hearts and minds of military planners. At the end of April 1991, the Air Force announced the winner. The future of air combat had made its debut.